What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Now, look, I'm about 2 days late from reporting on that massacre that we all witnessed a couple of days ago. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The Lox LOX versus Dipset, the Diplomats, right? Now, going into this, let's be real. I'm going to be very honest with y'all. I am a fan of both of these groups, like equally. I'm a huge fan of both of these groups. Why, you ask? I'm going to be for real. I'm 28 years old. My generation was more gravitated towards Dipset. Why? For the charisma, for the style that they brought into the game. Cameron made it comfortable and okay for dudes to wear pink. These dudes from Harlem was fly. They was flashy. They was arrogant. They was talking on the records. They was talking greasy on tracks. And they was backing it up every single time, giving you great songs, great music all the time. But they had the swagger that encompassed my generation, the young, fly, flashy dudes in my era, right? For real, without question. On the other hand, the Lox LOX, they wasn't about the flashy, flamboyant type of style. They wasn't trying to be the best dressed dudes in the room. They wasn't trying to outdress you. They wasn't trying to come up with all type of different catchphrases. They wasn't trying to, you know what I mean? They wasn't trying to embody the pretty boy thug type image. Like, no. They were gritty, grimy dudes from YO. Shout out to Yonkers. You know what I'm saying? And they was coming full throttle and relentless when it came to rapping. They was trying to out-rap you, outdo you, bar for bar, line for line. They wasn't concerned with none of that other stuff. But because of what I mentioned before about Dipset, my generation gravitated more to Dipset because they had this image where, you know, the girls liked them. They had the pretty boy thug image. The girls liked them. The dudes wanted to be like them. A lot of them could rap. You know what I'm saying? They made great music. They brought a lot of trends into the game. So my generation gravitated more to Dipset. However, I was in the car with my cousins and my uncles. And what they was playing Kiss. They was playing Styles P the Ghost. They was playing Chic. So I was familiar with everything that Jada Kiss and all of them came with. I remember the way I felt when I heard my uncles and them listening to Jada's Got a Gun. We Gonna Make It. Kiss is Spitting. I remember how I felt when I heard them tracks, and I was like, this shit was like, I'm like, damn. Like, this dude is really, really dope for real, for real. He may not have that flashy swagger that the dudes in Harlem may have. Now, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, all my New York people. From what I understand, Harlem is probably the fashion capital of New York. All the dudes in Harlem, real fly. I think Dapper Dan from Harlem. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe, a lot of that, the dudes in Harlem was always flashy, fly, and flamboyant type of vibe. I don't mean flamboyant in a bad way. I mean they was just flashy, they was on the scene, they was posted up, and they was always trying to create trends. The dudes in YO, and people in YO in general, they were just trying to be the best at whatever they was doing and trying to take your head off by any means necessary. From X to the Lox, and even Mary J. Blige. Like that's what YO always seemed to me. They represented the gritty griminess of everything and just trying to get down on you and get you out of there to show that they was the best by any means necessary and by force. They wasn't concerned with the pretty boy image and none of that or whatever. And because they didn't have their pretty boy image, I felt like Dipset was always packaged better by Def Jam, like Joel Santana in particular, Def Jam, and all of them. They had the aura that the girls liked and all of that. They were packaged better to the public with certain songs, and they made radio-friendly songs more than the Lox did, to where my generation would easily think, man, Dipset gonna get them dudes up out of there. They gonna kill them dudes, right? But me having the knowledge that I have about hip-hop and about LOX, I knew this was going to be a competitive battle without question, because I knew that LOX had tons of bangers to compete with them. And when you really run it down, even in their individual solo careers, they had songs that can go bar for bar and all of that, right? But I ain't gonna lie, for real. I felt like when I was watching the chippiness between them two, when I heard Styles P call them pussy, I said, wait a minute. God damn, excuse my language. I said, I thought they was all love in here. What did the kid say? If it's all love, daddy, why you come with your 9? Like, I'm like, fam, he firing out shots already out the gate and calling them pussy. I was like, yo, I don't know. Like, and it's crazy because the bravado that New York dudes bring and the arrogance and the type of like chest poking out type of vibe, it reminds me of my city of Chicago, Illinois. A lot of dudes in the shot act just like that for real. Right? I'm like, damn, that's harsh for Styles to say. But then I remember the energy that Jim Jones was coming with leading up to the battle on Instagram, and I said, oh no, this shit was really due. This was really, really due for one, and I feel like the Locks came out with a point to prove. Dipset came in there to be honored, and the Locks came out there to kill on site, smash on site, and take their heads off. They was coming for all smoke. The Dipset came to be honored, and Locks was coming out to get their respect and earn their respect and come out there with their heads in a bag. And that's exactly what happened. I also feel like this was a personal, not personal disgust or nothing, but this is the second time in a row that Jadakiss has been involved in the Verzuz where people thought he was just that his competition was gonna wipe the floor with him, right? And he like, hold on. Kiss been screaming top 5 dead or alive for a long time, right? For years now. And a lot of people was like, man, hell no. Even when he had that album, they like, it was people that was saying Jadakiss out his mind. He ain't nowhere near top 10. It was people that in my age group that don't really know about Kiss that felt like he ain't really that good and he ain't really that great. And I'm like, what the hell is y'all talking about? Because I remember listening to all this shit. Like, what do y'all, how can you hear this and say he ain't dope? But in anyway, nonetheless, Kiss feel like a lot of people counted him out in his career. He wasn't people think, he ain't got certain songs to compete with other groups and other people just gonna wash him and his homies up to shore. They thought Dipset was gonna wash them up to shore. And Kiss said, man, hell no, I'm coming with that smoke. I'm on all that shit. And Jadakiss was acting a way I ain't never, ever seen him act before. I said, damn, when they played New York, I'm from New York. When Jadakiss say, I'm here every day, man, I'm here. YO, New York, we here. Cam, you live in Miami. Drop that shit. I said, oh my God, he keep throwing shots about Cam living in Miami. You ain't from New York for real. You ain't in New York. I'm in NY all the time. Cam, you ain't never here. I said, damn, this is really going left. And then I think he said a line about something. I don't know if y'all correct me if I'm wrong, right? I heard, even in the midst of everything, I heard that I ain't hear this in the Verzuz. I don't remember this, but I heard somebody say, that Kiss he said something about dudes going to jail just to get their teeth fixed and pointed at Jewels. I said, damn, that happened? I ain't see that, but if they did, god damn, that's something else right there. Like, I'm like, man, is this bravado gonna go to a place where it's gonna be a brawl in this mug? And I ain't never think the tensions was gonna be as high as Gucci Mane versus Jeezy. But it was, especially after the battle when I saw that Styles P was tugging on Styles P was tugging on Cameron's shoe, right? And Cameron put his foot all in Styles P's chest, and Styles P like you see the fire in his eyes, like he was gonna charge at Cam, and Sheik had to pull him back like, yo, big fella, calm down, SP, relax. We ain't gonna go to that level. And what I heard, Styles P a gangster and a gentleman. God damn, man, I love that album, man, for real. Like, Styles is finna go there, and I'm like, damn, is my favorite rappers really finna get into a brawl? And they supposed to be going on damn tour. And yet and still, I don't know how the hell they gonna go on tour anyway. After the battle, we hear Sheik Loose talking to Sway, and they asking him about how was it after the fact? Was it all love? And he said, man, nah, man. He said it was a lot of fake hugs. He said it was a lot of fake hugs after that. Dipset was in there talking about this was great for hip-hop, because they know, he said, Styles P said, nah, man, we smashed y'all ass, man. We got down on y'all ass. And I'm like, damn, are they going to go on tour for real? I don't know now. This energy, man, and I know New York dudes got the bravado, and sometimes it seems like they playing, but they can turn to another level. It reminds me of Chicago dudes, for real. And listen, we all know Cameron got that shystiness up in him. I don't care what nobody say. Some of what Rico on Paid in Full, some of that shit is really Cameron. And I ain't gonna lie, especially with the way that Cam has talked about Jimmy, fronted on Jimmy. I remember Jimmy was liking Chrissy. The man said he bought him shirts when he was liking Chrissy, when he first started dating Chrissy. He was buying Chrissy things, and Cameron was calling Jim Jones Tricky Ricky, calling him a trick. He made t-shirts calling Jim Jones a Tricky Ricky, calling him a trick, and brought it to the studio, clowning his mans. The way he talked about Jewels in the past, the way Jim Jones said stuff about Cam, the way I remember one time, this girl, Cameron was talking about this young girl. He got into it for whatever reason with her or something, with a young girl, and she used to call him Uncle Cam, and he said, you be saying Uncle Cam, I'm not your uncle. Your mama used to give us head back in the day. He said it worse. He said your mama used to suck you know what. And I said, damn, Cam is a disrespectful ass dude. And he really shiesty. You gotta whoop Cameron ass if you hang with him. He do a lot of borderline shit that go across that go over the line, and then try to act like he's just playing, and you gotta whoop Cam ass. Like he remind me of that dude for real. But I still got a lot of love for Cam because I grew up in that era listening to all the music he was making. Welcome to New York City. That Come Home With Me album. Man, come on, man. Y'all for real? For real though, even when the Purple Haze, Down and Out, and shout out to Kanye Tedder for that beat, man. I'm getting off track, but nonetheless, man, Cam got a lot of shiciness in him, so I can see how, you know, people can want to go there with Cam in that level, right? And the locks full of like real grimy dudes, real hood dudes. But for real with them, this whole battle was an example of a group that never broke up, a group that has genuine love for each other, a group that has genuine respect for each other and are really loyal to each other, versus some dudes that just made some money together and really don't like each other. Because for real, like Locks always seemed like a family. We never seen them talk about each other bad in the public eye, even if they had disagreements. We never saw them throwing one another under the bus. We never saw them doing all type of foul stuff to each other. On the other hand, we saw Dipset doing that stuff to each other all the damn time, frequently, all the time. Jim Jones trying to link up with 50 when Cam was into it with 50. Cam talking about Jim Jones in a shiesty way, doing certain stuff to him and all that. I said, man, you can tell, man, that was a real brotherhood for real. And it showed, right? And I think Dipset came to the battle thinking they're going to swag their way through the verses on their style and their fashion and, you know, what they presented to the culture. They were just going to come in there flying, flashy, and win and just lip sing. And Jada kissing them like, man, what? These dudes over here like lip singing like, he didn't say Milli Vanilli, but he basically was saying they was getting their Milli Vanilli on. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know their words. And I'm like, I'm watching Styles P, Kiss, and Sheik interact. They know each other's lyrics, all each other's verses, all each other's songs individually, right? I'm so happy for Sheik getting his love. I'm looking for good love. I ain't gonna lie. That was my joint for real. But nonetheless, man, when I'm watching how much they know each other's songs and finish each other's lyrics and all of that, and I'm looking at Cam, when Joel's in the performing, Cam sitting in the beach chair scrolling through his phone, he not giving a damn about none of their performances. Cam don't even know them boys' songs for real. He don't even know they shit. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, listen, just cleaned my fancy car, picked up my fancy clothes. That's my joint. That Bird Gang money. That was my shit for real. And I'm looking like, man, Cam supposed to be up there vibing out when he hit that, man, for real. Cause like I remember the feeling of when I heard that track and how I felt. But man, Kiss and them ain't playing. Kiss was out there to cut their heads off and to prove everybody that he is who he say he is, and even then some. And the point of this versus battle is to give these artists their flowers, right? We sit back and listen to their discography and say, damn, they really got some shit under their belt, man. They really came with some fire. That verse was fire. That song, I forgot they did that song. I forgot they did that feature. I forgot they made their song sound like this, that, and the third. That's what the versus battle was about. And I feel like this versus battle, it really showed that through and through. You like, damn, Kissing Them was on that song with Mariah Carey. You know what I'm saying? They was on that joint. They was on all these different songs, and they had all these different moments in hip hop. Dipset as well. So you can give these artists their flowers, but at the same time, if you are a younger person, or if you're a person who wasn't into that person's discography, you realize, damn, that artist is really great, and I've been sleeping on them for a while, and I'm gonna go back and listen to their music, and I'm gonna really appreciate everything they provided to the craft, everything they provided to the culture of hip hop, for real. And as you can see, Jadakiss streams then went up. There were 200% and all that type of stuff. Streams on his album then went up. Everybody bumping Kiss, and really he didn't get more subscribers on Instagram and all that. And I'm like, what Fat Joe said, the price then went up. The price then went up. And yesterday's price is not today's price, ladies and gentlemen. Not for Kiss. Not for Kiss. Yesterday's price ain't the price today for Kiss. The world was on notice, and he had the world on standstill. LeBron James, them coming out and tweeting how cold Kiss is. Everybody from Who's Who was talking about how emphatic his performance and his delivery was, because he wasn't playing with him. And when he did that mic drop, that was some shit he had on his chest to let everybody know, man, I've been feeling like I was that dude for forever. And the world didn't really, some of the world noticed, but the world didn't really give me that props and those flowers like I'm supposed to get. But right now, I'm going to let everybody know I'm supposed to be that dude, and y'all watching, I'm going to show y'all I'm that dude, and I got that shit. And that's what he did that last night. It reminded me of like when Jay-Z, like for real, I'm not, pound for pound, I'm supposed to be number one on everybody's list. We'll see what happens when I no longer exist. Man, fuck this shit. Like dropping the mic for real. Like that was his what more can I say moment. For real. And I'm so excited. I'm stumbling over the words and all this and all of that. But nonetheless, man, like, that was for real. Jadakiss, the bag then went up for him, and I'm so happy for him and the Locks. They gonna get even more opportunities from this. And I'm looking like, man, see, this is what happens when you got a group of dudes like Cam and them look like they get they look like they get twisted all the time. They like to get high a lot. Well, on Drink Champs, Cameron did refuse drinks and all that type of stuff. He said he's chilling out on it or whatever. But, you know, they like to be more into the fashion type of stuff versus some dudes that be eating healthy, drinking them green juices and going they own juice bars and getting their health fit on. Jadakiss out here looking in tip-top shape. So is Styles P. All of they both in good shape. They doing chin-ups and all type of stuff. Like, you seen Jadakiss out here flipping over bars like Gabby Douglas. God damn. I said, man, Kiss out here on another level. He out here, he killing it. You know what I'm saying? So when you see stuff like that, you say, damn, man. Kiss and them ain't playing for real. They came out here for blood. And they drew blood and they wasn't playing. They kept coming. And I said, you know what, man? When you see stuff like that, like, that's really been something in them for real. That fire been burning in them to prove to the world that, hey, man, we really a dope group. We really have a dope body of work, and we need to get the praise that we deserve, man. For real, for real. You know what I mean? And I don't think Dipset was as prepared for that as the Locks. They locked in like this was damn Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Like, this was their LeBron James comeback from 3-1 against Golden State Warriors. Like, they was honed in and locked in like that to where when you saw them come out, you knew they meant business. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, no lie. And you said, like, damn, look at Kiss talking to them. When Kiss snatched Joel Santana bandana off his head, I said, damn, he done stripped Joel's of his superpowers. Joel's is regular as hell right now. And Joel's couldn't even do nothing. It was little boy in him on the stage, little boy in his ass. And I know it was, you know, they still got a lot of respect for each other. But Jadakiss was, and the Locks was trying to sun them dudes. They was trying to sun them for real and let them know y'all little boys to this. We the lions and y'all little pups. And that's where it is and that's where it's going to be and that's where it's going to stay. And I said, damn, they really made that statement, an emphatic statement like that, no lie. Right? When you see the world locked in like that, when I see Fat Joe in the crowd, I'm from New York, and Fat Joe said he felt like he wanted to have a little mama moment and run on stage. And I can see that in his eyes, the enjoyment from him hearing that word. Like, when Kiss dropped that and he told Cam he was from, he lived in Miami, and he said, I'm in New York all the time, and they dropped that, you like, damn. Like, this shit was for real. Like, that was the era. Man, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it was a different type of feeling. You know what I mean? So for me, when I heard that, I said, nah, man, them dudes ain't playing. They coming for blood, and they coming to prove something, and they proved exactly what they said they were trying to do. And for me personally, I say, you know what? You got to get them dudes their flowers. You got to salute them for that. You know what I mean? They took that serious, and they came out and created more opportunities for themselves after delivering like they did, man. More opportunities were presented, and shit, man, that the bag going to increase for them. You gotta give it up for that, man. You gotta give it up, man. Two legendary groups. They perform songs that I love equally, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that. Of course, Cameron, oh boy. Hey Ma. When you perform, like, again, welcome to New York City. That shit out, man. You know what I'm saying? Santana's Town, all of that. Like, I feel all of that resonates with me personally, man. So this is a great moment for hip hop. And I know New York City had to be going crazy, right? Because if we would have seen something like this, if we would have seen Chicago, if I would have seen Chicago on the stage like that, I would have been losing my damn mind. I was losing my damn mind. I'm just a fan of hip hop. I ain't never been to New York a day in my life. But I was growing up listening to New York artists so much, I felt like I was there, and I never even been in that place before. But I felt like I know so much about New York City from listening to so many different rappers that were my favorite rappers that came out of that area. You know what I mean? So, man, like, it was just like a dope thing to really watch, a beautiful thing to watch, for real, for real. And both of these groups really deserve their flowers, but I feel like the Locks have been so underrated for so long. Like, this is their moment, and you got to clap for them in a moment because it is due. Let me address this, too. Because on Facebook and stuff, a lot of dudes that was real Dipset fans, and they had Dipset winning, they pissed that Dipset lost, so they on there. Now everybody want to be Jadakiss fans. Now everybody fans of the Locks. Now everybody fans. All these Jadakiss fans, all these new Locks fans now. Where the hell they come from? Bro, shut up. Shut up. You just mad Dipset got smoked, They got smoked like Thanksgiving turkey. You know what I'm saying? They got carved up, sliced and diced like a Thanksgiving turkey. And I'm a huge Dipset fan as well. You still gonna hear me listening to their songs and rapping their songs, probably on this channel for real, for real, for real. You gonna hear it all the time. I'ma still big up them dudes, but it is what it is. Facts is facts. They got demolished. And you can't cry about it. Okay, yeah, it's new Lox fans. That's what happens. It's what's wrong with it, with people gravitating or finding new artists and gravitating to them and loving their music. Everybody don't got to be day one fans for them to be real fans. But this performance really put eyes on the Lox and made people rock with them and look at them different to where they say, damn, them dudes is solidified. That's what happens when you put on an all-time great performance like the Lox did. People gonna gravitate to you and rock with you even if they never even rocked with you before like that, even if they only knew a couple of songs or never heard no songs from you. When you go out there and deliver like that, you gonna get a great feedback like they got. So yeah, you're gonna get people that never really listen to the Lox rocking with them, listening to the music, playing Jadakiss freestyles, putting up Jadakiss songs, putting up Jadakiss lyrics. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see all of that, and you gotta deal with it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Don't be mad and bitter because Dipset lost. I know you love Dipset. I love them too. That was the first celebrities I ever saw in my life up close and personal. So you know I feel some type of way about them. When they came to Simeon, when the new Simeon first got built in 05, and R. Kelly and Bump J and them was playing on, shout out to the Chief, Bump J. R. Kelly and Bump J and them was playing on the Chicago team, and Cameron was playing on the New York team. It was New York versus Chicago, and I was like, damn, Cameron can really hoop. And R. Kelly was gunning. He was bricking every shot. He was throwing up. He was just throwing up shot after shot after shot, and he couldn't hit. I'm like, damn, get R. Kelly ass out the game is what I was thinking. And I was a little boy. But I saw Jewels and Cameron in them. I said, this one Jewels was really at the top of his game. What the Game's Been Missing had just dropped this 05. He was on fire, right? Everybody was in there fascinated with Jewels and Cameron. Cameron brought the pink Range Rover up to Simeon. That was so damn real. He brought it up there over on Vince Sims. I said, oh, Cameron really a real one. But he used to live in the Chi, so shout out. He already know he's embedded in Chicago culture itself because he's been out here for a minute. But he's New York City all day long. I ain't gonna never take that away from New York because Cam always gonna be New York no matter where he live at. But it was interesting. It was very interesting to see Jadakiss getting spicy with him and telling them, you live in Miami. I said, I ain't never seen Kiss like this, man. Kiss always in interviews, he's humble. He really don't be real charismatic in interviews. He's charismatic on songs, on albums, but in interviews, he's rather monotone, he's rather dry, unless he's super excited about something or he knows you personally. He don't come off with all this swag and this aura of, he this aura of trying to be flashy, flamboyant, and fly in conversation like a Jim Jones or a Cameron or whatever. He don't come across like that, right? And that's what I think, personality plays into why people are as big as they are a lot of times, even in rap, right? Jim Jones had the swagger, you know what I'm saying? Jim Jones is the first person, him and the really stacked bundles had him dressing like that for real. But he was wearing the rock star clothes, the V-necks, the wallet chains and all that. And when it was really kind of, people in hip hop wasn't doing that yet. You know what I mean? And Jewels came with the bandana. Cameron was wearing pink. They had their own little swag and flyness in interviews. And they was real cocky and arrogant and flashy and flamboyant in interviews. And that's what made people gravitate to them with the music. It was the music and that, right? So because Kiss and them don't come off like that in interviews, they real chill and real gritty street dudes. They don't really be trying to do too much. I think people slept on them for a very long time, right? And also because they be so, Kiss is so monotone and chill in interviews, I ain't never really seen this side of him for real. Like in like a battle like this, I said, oh, he that dude. And of course I know he that dude because he wouldn't have been delivering that content that he was giving us, right? But for real, he that dude for real. And he feel like he can stand up against anybody and put his discography out there and let the world decide that he can give a great showing against any damn body. And that's the essence of a true MC, of a true rapper, man. This embodied that great era of hip hop, that early 2000s, late 90s. That shit I felt in my soul and spirit when I hear it. You know what I'm saying? People get mad at me because I say Eminem music had never moved me and touched my spirit and touched my soul like a Jadakiss music did, like Tip music did, like Outkast, like Jay-Z, like Nasir Jones. You know what I'm saying? That music touched my soul and really made me feel something in here. It had me burning something in here. Music is, Music, great music gives you a certain feeling. Eminem music ain't never made me feel like the way them dudes' music made me feel. Cameron and them, that ain't never made me feel like that. And he can rhyme all the words you want to put together, but that's what really hip-hop, that was what it's about. You know what I'm saying? I felt that shit for real in here, and that's why I'm excited. I was so excited. I got my son and my daughter on the couch with me. We chilling. They looking at me like, dang, Dad, you getting my little boy like, man, you getting excited, ain't you, Pops? My daughter like, you like this? And I'm like, yeah, y'all, this is what Pops grew up on. This is my aura. This is what I love. So I saw that and I felt good. Like, damn, that's some hip hop for real, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the battle. Let me know in the comment section below. Like the videos, keep subscribing to the channel, share this video, so on and so forth. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all for rocking with me. I'm gonna put my Cash App in the comments. Y'all donate to the Cash App. I would definitely appreciate it. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me thus far. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.